Today's tip is around conflict styles, and it is the fourth and final part of a four-part series. So the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or the four different conflict styles, were developed by the Gottman Institute, and they are the leading researchers in all things relationships. Quickly to recap the first three conflict styles, the first one is criticism, and this is when you attack a person's personality or their character, and it always covers up a specific need that you want. So the antidote to this is a gentle startup in saying what it is that you need and what you want in a way that's positive rather than attacking the other person. So if it's, I need you to load the dishwasher, instead of saying you never load the dishwasher, right? The next one is contempt, and this is the leading predictor of divorce, so it's a biggie. You want to avoid contempt at all costs. And contempt is when you act superior to your partner and your aim is to insult or abuse them. And the antidote to this is to build a culture of appreciation so that your relationship is always in the green instead of the red. You always want to be making more deposits into your relationship bank account than you do withdrawals. So 5 things you're grateful for about them, 5 things you appreciate about them for every one thing that really irks you about them, right? The third one is defensiveness, which is usually brought on by criticism or contempt. However, it never leads to anything positive, because whenever someone feels defensive, it's more saying, you're the problem, I'm not the problem. So it's interesting because you feel like a victim, you feel like you're protecting yourself when you're being defensive, but what you actually need to do, what the antidote actually is taking responsibility. So instead of, saying I'm not the one who is the problem, like you're the messy one, you could say, I understand that I like things cleaner than you, maybe more clean than most people. However, like I would appreciate if we could keep working on this to find a balance. And then the one I want to talk about today is stonewalling. And stonewalling is usually when you're feeling emotionally flooded, you're in a fight, and instead of being able to resolve it, you completely disengage and you leave. You don't really care. You basically just withdraw from it without coming to any sort of resolution, and you shut down. And this is tough because you want to be able to fight effectively instead of sweeping it under the rug and shutting down and never actually figuring out what went wrong. However, it's going to be unproductive if you keep engaging when you're feeling flooded with emotion. So what the Gottman Institute did is they had these couples fighting, and after 15 minutes of a fight, they said, oh, we need to adjust the equipment. Can you guys just read a magazine and take a quick break? We'll call you back in 20 minutes. And what they realized is after 20 minutes, the couple was able to come back and finish their conflict in a productive, adult, responsible way, because they had physiologically self-soothed. So the antidote to stonewalling is physiologically self-soothing. Say that 5 times fast. So you have to make sure you really do come back, though. You can't just say, I need 20 minutes, I'm feeling overwhelmed, and then never revisit it. You have to actually follow through. And you're going to want to follow through, because it's really unproductive when you're fighting and your stress hormones are through the roof and you're unable to listen because you're in that fight or flight mode. However, after 20 minutes, that is about the time it takes for your body to really calm down and for your hormone levels to regulate and you can come back and finish the conversation after you've physiologically self-soothed. So those are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, or the 4 different conflict styles and relationships, as well as their antidotes. I use these all the time. They're super helpful. We're not innately born with the knowledge of how to fight effectively, and fights happen in the relationships that are thriving even and long term, because it's not all rainbows and butterflies. So hope this was helpful, and I will be back soon.